Women's rights restrictions, LGBTQIA+ criminalisation, a ton of wasted tax money, activists jailed for tweets. No, I'm not talking about the state of the UK for the last year. I'm talking about Saudi Arabia, land of the free, as long as you're a straight male. They've actually been on a shopping spree lately. Golf, boxing, football, esports, and are once again flogging their way onto the F1 calendar around 2028 to 2029. And trust me, they're not doing it because Ayrton Senna was their childhood hero. They want influence. Big influence. Welcome to Qiddiya, a 9.8 billion with a B entertainment mega project that is definitely not a front for sports washing. Sports washing, the practice by a government, organisation, etc. of sponsoring or hosting a sports team or sporting event in order to promote a positive public image and distract attention from human rights or unethical or criminal activity. I don't think you need to be Stephen Hawking to figure out what they're trying to distract you from.
They hate gay people.
But oh my god, it's got a Six Flags, the world's fastest, tallest and longest roller coaster. I'm booking my flight now. I'm doing it. I'm off.
Nothing beats a Jet 2.
It's all a part of Saudi Vision 2030, basically turning Saudi Arabia into a tourist heaven, an investment hub, and apparently the future of motorsport. But hey, baby steps. They let women drive in 2018, so nothing's impossible. Enough jibber jabber, let's get into the spaghetti and the meatballs of what you actually care about. The Qiddiya F1 track, or the Qiddiya Speed Park if we're buying into propaganda. They plan to host Formula 1, MotoGP and Formula E, but who gives a flying f*** about Formula E without mentioning Greta Thunberg? And here she is. Isn't she beautiful? No, not Greta Thunberg, the track. Almost makes you forget about the flogging and the anti-gay laws.
Hi, sisters! Shut your bitch ass!
And it only cost $480 million. Basically pocket change for Saudi Arabia. It's got elevation change 108 meters across the 21 corner lap, which includes 3 DRS zones. Or included, because it was supposed to be on the calendar ages ago and DRS doesn't exist anymore after 2025, so never mind. Let's take a look, shall we, lads? There's no official track layout, so I won't be getting into the full nitty-gritty, but it's a 70-meter incline to the first corner, known as the Blade. And look at it. I feel overstimulated, and this is just a picture. It's wrapped up in more LEDs and RGB than a 12-year-old's gaming setup.
Killing me! Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing
the Qiddiya track on the new Formula 1 game.
You just know Romain Grosjean or Nicolas Latifi would have found a way to fuck it straight off the edge of this fucking cliff and plummeted to their deaths. Just hit a single sausage curb and your car floats through the air like a balloon. Formula 1 at its finest. It's meant to look insane, like I think that's the whole point, but F1 is also the most safely regulated motorsport on Earth. So fuck it. Let's just send the drivers into orbit, I guess. And Lando Norris says Saudi Arabia deserves huge praise for its crazy and cool ideas on the track. Definitely not off the track. It even has multiple configurations with 2 distinctive sections. And get this, they implemented what we've all been asking for more of, a street circuit section. Thank God I was waiting for them to ruin it. Look at my lips.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining.
But the biggest innovation of all is the inclusion, or lack of inclusion, with 0 grandstands. We're pushing the design when it comes to fans and the spectators. We have different hospitality packages across the field, yada yada yada. So more innovation in ripping off fans for fancy hotels. Oh, look at me, I'm swimming above the track. But at this year's Las Vegas Grand Prix, you could join the Bellagio Fountain Club. That sounds epic. Just so you can watch Mickey Mouse bring Fantasmic to the F1 Las Vegas show. Wow, that's just what I want in my motorsport. This isn't just a luxury, it's the ultimate power move for the small price of $9,354.46. But at least you get to watch Mickey Mouse, is what I also thought until I discovered this video from Citrus on Twitter.
It's all a lie.
But why? Why pre-record something that can so easily be done live? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because look who was in the Mickey Mouse suit. Something tells me there's no way he's going to get that performance perfect in a single take. Anyway, let's get on to the most important things, shall we? Why? Why does F1 keep doing this with its tracks? We've seen it before in the US, and in some places it's worked. Qatar, banger. Vegas.
I mean,
it's alright, like...
Miami, a popularity parade infested with materialistic snobs who have no perspective on the real world. But no one's perfect. Like with Miami, these new tracks are guaranteed a spot because F1 currently loves two things.
Money!
And
Money!
I can't judge the racing, but most upcoming circuits are government-backed marketing campaigns. Madrid, government money. Qiddiya, government money. F1 used to choose tracks based on racing potential. Now it chooses which government can afford a giant LED dome. And that's the problem. Fans and the people who pay using their livers want Malaysia, Germany, and tracks that we know actually produce good racing. But for now, you're getting Miami and oil money shoved down your throat and there's nothing you can do about it. However, there is still hope, because underneath the propaganda, LED skyscrapers, and the 9.8 billion, nothing to see here, mega project, are the gentlemen behind the design of the Qiddiya track. Alex, and Herman Tilke. I don't know how you pronounce that shit, bro. Alex and Titty Man. If you're not familiar with Alex was, former F1 driver between 1997 and 2007, two-time winner of the 24 Hour of Le Mans, a man who knows what makes a good circuit. So on paper, we're in safe hands. But new fans would have you believe that Titty Man isn't a tit man, he's an arse man. Because think of him as the F1 fans' punching bag for track designs. Boring race? Tilke's fault. Weird corner? Tilke's fault. DRS train 4 days? Tilke's fault. Osama bin Laden hijacks 4 passenger airliners? Tilke's fault.
Nothing beats.
But here's what Twitter won't tell you. He's designed circuits such as Istanbul Park, Sepang, and Circuit of the Americas, all of which are fan favourites. But for some reason, F1 seems to only keep his worst tracks. Why? We've been over this.
Money!
But don't get your hopes up just because we're getting told that the Qiddiya track should be good. Because if the fans took everything we get told about tracks at face value before they debut, then in 2022, you'd have thought that Miami was the greatest track of all time ahead of Silverstone. Look at this article. The Miami International Autodrome, shit name by the way, weird way of saying car park, has been designed with the racing product first and foremost in mind, according to its designers. So I've used my super analytical Formula 1 skills. I've rewatched every Miami Grand Prix since its inception, fuck me, and I can confidently conclude that they're a bunch of filthy liars. So what's the verdict? The Qiddiya track might be good. It also might be shit. But one thing's guaranteed, the blade is basically a vertical death trap and the whole thing exists so you forget the human rights violations and look at the roller coasters instead. But that's just modern F1 summed up. Let's keep blaming Tipman for everything even though he's given us Rainbow Road in real life. Subscribe so I can afford a ticket to the opening race. Joking, I'll be watching from home with a VPN. NordVPN, please sponsor me because I also want more
Money!